Okay, this is my kefir. It's, as you can see, the consistency, it's thicker on top, little less so on bottom. Occasionally you'll see way down here, and the kefir will be on top. Don't worry about it. Just stir it up while it's in the mason jar and pour it into your strainer. Or, there you can see how it's splashing out. I should have stirred, but sometimes it's thicker, sometimes it's just like that. Don't worry about what's in your jar. You're going to use that same jar because it's full of lovely culture. Just want to make sure I keep all my grains in. Take your strainer. Make sure you've got a steady bowl, a good crock bowl, ceramic glass. Make sure it's heavy so that it can take the pounding, and make sure it's deep enough that as you pound, you're not going into your kefir in there. Those are my grains. They're tiny, they're growing, they're multiplying. I would say that's about a tablespoon right there. Now, I've got another quart of milk that I've had sitting out. You don't have to, but sometimes because it's cold, I let it come to room temperature. Pour it right back in the jar that you were using. And now if you had the big lovely cauliflower grains, you could just pick them up by hand and put them in there. But we're dealing with our teeny tiny little Tibetan or Tibetan grains, and we've got to be very careful with them. Scoop them up as best I can, and some of them are being pushed through the sieve, but I'm going to take care of that. Our little darlings, we want to save every little one of them. I go on the bottom and I scrape what's come through on the bottom, because that kefir has a lot of the good grains, the tiny microscopic grains that'll grow into little nibbins, I call them, my little nuggets of kefir love. Let's get them right on in there. And coffee filter fits perfectly. And that's it. In about 12 to 24 hours, I'll have another quart of kefir. Now, this kefir I'm going to pour in here. This is without the grains, strained out. Sometimes and often it's thicker than this. We'll put a solid cap and leave it out.